Hello and welcome to Spice Box. The word pesto means to pound or to crush, and the main ingredient of the sauce that I'm making today is basil leaves. The kinds of basil leaves are lemon basil, Thai basil, our very own tulsi or holy basil, and the Italian or sweet basil. Today I'm using the sweet basil to make a pesto sauce and then using this very sauce to flavor fish. The ingredients required for the pesto sauce are a cup of basil leaves, half a cup of walnuts, a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, garlic. And for the fish, you can use any variety of white fish, preferably river water or freshwater fish. And for the marinade, you'll need salt, pepper, lime juice, paprika. And for the crumb layer, you'll need breadcrumbs, parsley, cheese, garlic powder and some onion powder. So let's marinate the fish. Make sure that the fish is patted dry completely, otherwise the marinade will not stick to it. I'm first going to add some lime juice. What this does is the lime juice starts the cooking process. Some paprika for some heat. Flip it over. Make sure that it's marinated on both sides. A little bit of pepper and salt for seasoning. Now let this sit in the fridge for at least 20 minutes. To make the sauce, I'm going to use a blender. Now traditionally pesto is hand pound, but I'm just using an easier version. And I'm also substituting the pine nuts with walnuts because pine nuts are way too expensive and not as easy to find here. So I'm taking the cup of basil leaves, make sure that they are patted dry, and the walnuts have been lightly roasted on a pan just to wake up the oils. A couple of cloves of garlic and some olive oil. Now blend all of this to a fine smooth paste. To bake this fish, transfer the fish fillet to a baking tray that's been lined with some aluminium foil to catch any juices. Next, I'm going to top it with some pesto. Make sure to season with some freshly ground pepper and salt. Now a generous coating of the pesto layer. Make sure to cover your fish fillet thoroughly. Now for the crumb layer. Take the breadcrumbs in a bowl. I think that should do. Season it well. Add some cheese. Some garlic powder and some onion powder. And finally the chopped parsley. Combine this thoroughly and layer it on your fish. Now this goes straight into the oven for about 20 minutes or until the fish is done. As this fish is baked, it's moist and tender, has a creamy pesto layer and a crunchy crumb. Serve this dish warm with some freshly chopped basil and enjoy a delicious meal.